just a few days from Tottenham. How was training out here and getting the guys prepared?
It's good, because our rhythm this week's a little bit different because we played the game on Sunday and Tuesday was sort of a regen training. So normally today we play a little bit of 11v11, but we felt it was better just to make it a little smaller, let them play a little more, get some touches, and that's what we did today. So it was good.
What, if anything, did that 7-0 loss to Man U do to the club's attitude towards these friendlies?
Nothing from my behalf. From a standpoint of it's just a situation. It depends on the timing of the game and when it fits into your schedule. And obviously this game is one where we don't have a league game until a week later, so it allows us to put our players on the field. There's certain guys that we maybe don't want to put as many minutes on as some others. There's also some guys that we haven't been able to play that we can maybe step on the field and see where they're at. So there might be a few tweaks to what was maybe our starting lineup in the last game. But in general, I think that's the lineup you'll see. And I think the Man U game was just one of those one-offs, just with the timing of the game where it occurred and us trying to, get everybody onto the field to have the experience, and them bringing on some subs that were a lot better than our subs, and so it got out of hand. But but I think this will be a very competitive match.
Do you still want to get everybody on the field just to have the experience?
Not right now, not necessarily. Because again, the Man U thing was about getting everybody on, but it was also about resting some people because we had games coming up, and had a league game coming up. So from that standpoint, that's not the demand or the urgency. So there'll be some guys that will be playing 90 minutes for sure.
What do you think of in these mid-season games, everybody's going to look at them and say, well, they're not in mid-season form and you are, so if you beat them, what do you think of all those sorts of, is it even fair, does it matter, all those sorts of comparisons?
At the end of the day, it's an exhibition game, so it's not, neither team's fighting for points in the league. I think what fans need to look at is to see that, wait a second, our guys, can our guys hang? Can our guys play with them? Is the flow of the ball, are we having good segments of ball movement and possession? How are their segments of ball movement and possession? We're stepping up and playing defense at the right times. Those are things that you're looking for. Once players get on the field, even when it's an exhibition game, the adrenaline takes over and the competitive juices take over, and guys want to win their one-on-one duels, and guys know they're, on the one hand, they're preparing for their season, and our guys know that, well, wait a second, we've got more important games down the line, but that all goes out the window once they get on the field and they go one against each other. Then it's their ego, it's their competitive juices, their adrenaline that takes over.
Is there anything extra for the younger players? Maybe might look at this as an opportunity to get some looks abroad.
I don't think you can look at it that way. If you do, you're making a mistake. I think what you got to do is you got to. I think our league is well enough known that if a team's looking at a player from our league, there's enough video and stuff out there that they're going to look at how they do week in and week out. They're not going to just say, oh, let me look at the Tottenham game, or let me look at the Chelsea game that the guy played a year ago to see if he can play here. They're going to be looking at, okay, how do you play against the Galaxy? How do you play against RSL? How do you play against Portland? So you got to have a little more on your resume than just doing well in one game.
Because of the talent on this team and the rhythm you guys are in, does this set up to be maybe the best showing you'll have against a Premier League team?
I don't want to say that or have that sort of thing hanging over the game. I think it's just, we're going to go out there and we're going to play, and we're going to try and play well. They're going to go out there and they're going to play. They're going to try and play well. And, to say, okay, we're having a good run, we're in this position in our league, it's a measure of our league. I think people read too much into it when they look at it that way.
Playing these teams like Tottenham or Chelsea, what does it provide for some of the younger players to get the opportunity to play against them?
It's an opportunity for them to step on the field against people that they watch on TV and, watching the Premiership, because, they watch that as well. And so from that standpoint, yeah, they do get to measure themselves a little bit, but it's also, hey, I got to play against this guy who's on the field. Hey, I could hold my own, or, whatever. So those things are important.
Anything else?
Okay, thanks.